I'm not gonna be able to get on there. Let me see. Let me see your phone whenever. Can I see your phone? Can I put it right here so I can see the comments? It's not. Oh, I'm not on Instagram yet. There we go. Thank you. Lifesaver. All right, here we go. We're live right now. Welcome to Real Estate 101, everybody. If you're on here watching, I really appreciate it. Wednesday, 1 o'clock, we do the exact same thing. Every single Wednesday, we like to get on here, talk a little bit about real estate. Somehow, some way, hopefully we can bring value to the people out there that are wanting to know a little bit about the real estate market. So we start off every single Real Estate 101 show. We like to give a shout out. Today's shout out, I'm gonna give my shout out to my boy Cam. Cam, man, you are grinding. You're putting in a lot of work right now. I was in your shoes not too long ago, and I know how it is. Just keep it up, man. That's what I gotta say. Just keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. You're doing a lot. I know what it's like to have a hard. How hard's no on you?
Oh, it's hard.
It's very tough. It's not an easy thing. Van, hey, thanks for getting on. Everybody on Instagram and Facebook.
Where do you want me on Instagram or Facebook?
Instagram.
I'll get on Facebook.
Okay. Never mind. I want you on Facebook. So, guys, thank you so much. If you're on here, do me a huge favor. Share the stream. If you can't do it for me, do it for my man Cam. He's putting in a lot of work right now. He needs you to share it for me. So, what's up? Well, hey, what's up, Tucker? How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. What's up, Hayden? Thanks for getting on here. Appreciate it. So, what we're talking about today is 5 reasons why right now buyers are stalling in this market. So, I'm breaking this down. I got 5 key points. I'm going to ask you, hey, Mark, I'm going to ask you at the end of this, what are the 5 key points? So you better be paying attention, all right? So, I'm going to be giving 5 key points why buyers are stalling right now, okay? So number one, first point, there's a lot more inventory on the market. So let me just put this into perspective. If you walk into a shoe store and you just want a pair of shoes, right? Let's just say Nikes. You want a pair of Nikes and Dunks. Let's just say you want some Dunks. And you walk into the shoe store, and there's only one pair of Dunks that's your size. Are you going to buy that? More than likely, you're going to buy that one pair of shoes. Right? Now, let's go on the flip side. What if you walk into a shoe store, and there's about 15 pairs of Dunks, and you like every single one of those pairs of shoes? How much longer is it going to take you to make that decision? A lot longer. You're probably going to sit there for about 10, 15, maybe even 20 minutes, like trying shoes on, trying them on. Oh, how does this look? How does it fit on my foot? You're just trying to test it out, put your feet in the water. What's up? What's up, Drew? Thanks for getting on here, man. I appreciate it. But you're gonna put your foot in each shoe. You're gonna want to see how it looks on you. So it's the same correlation to the real estate market. There's more inventory. A lot of people are seeing a lot more houses in their parameters come on the market right now, and it's like, well, damn, I want to go see every single one of them, and it takes a long time to do that. And whenever you have a lot more options, normally it takes longer to make that decision. Right? So buyers are stalling right now because there's a lot more inventory on the market. About 3 months ago, there were 500 houses on the market. About 3 months ago. As of today, there are 960 homes on the market. So that time frame, in 3 months, the inventory has almost doubled. Right? So you can only imagine, let's just say you're looking at a house, $300,000 in Murfreesboro on a 1/4-acre lot, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. 3 months ago, there's probably only 1 or 2 of those on the market, right? Right now, there's probably about 4 or 5 of them on the market, right? And you're going to want to go see every single one because this one has a nice old fireplace that I like. This one has a nicer backyard with a nicer fence, or whatever it is. Each one of those is going to have a key thing that sets itself aside, and you're going to want to go see it, and it's just going to take a lot more time to go look at it and make that decision. So a lot of people are stalling right now. For number one point, there's more inventory on the market compared to what it was in the previous market that we were in whenever things came on. There's one house that was in your parameters, and it was gone in 2 days. Right now, there's about 5, 6, maybe even 10 houses on the market in your parameters, and it's gone within 2 weeks. You know what I mean? So you're going to have a lot more time to make that decision. Okay, that was point number 1. Now, point number 2, prices are higher. Okay, what was point number 1? There you go. So point number 1 was more inventory. Point number 2, the prices are starting to get higher. What we're starting to see is things are sitting on the market for a lot longer. What was the absorption rate 2 weeks ago? 3, or maybe even a month ago?
It's like 1.25.
1.25. What is it now?
I have no idea.
It's probably close to 2.
More, yeah.
Probably close to 2%. So we're starting to see houses. What people are doing, these sellers. You're getting a call. Hey, sorry.
No,
I didn't mean to steal your phone. So right now, sellers are used to the market that we were in 2 months ago. Sellers are used to putting their house on the market for top dollar, for however much money they wanted to get, and they would get it. They wouldn't have any problem. If their house was worth $300,000, they could put it on the market for $320,000, and they would get that $320,000, no problem at all. And so right now, sellers are not used to putting their house on the market for that $320,000 and not getting that number, just because things have slowed down. There's more inventory, right? And there's a couple other reasons, which I'm going to get into here in just a little bit, but that is a huge reason why buyers are starting to stall, because whenever they see those prices and they see that the days on market is more than 10 days, they start to freak out. They're like, oh shit, well, what's wrong with this house? Okay, there must be something wrong with it because nobody's bought it. I'm used to houses being sold in 2 days. This one's been on the market for 10 days. There's got to be something wrong with it. Or, the price is just too high. Oh, those sellers want way too much for that house. And whenever you see that, you're turned off, right? It's like a girl. She wants a boyfriend that has all the money and has the good looks, has the abs, has the big old arms, There's not a lot of them out there. So there's going to be some stalling whenever it comes time to make that decision, right? So high prices. That was point number 2. What was point number 1?
There's more inventory.
More inventory, right. So there's more inventory was point number 1. Point number 2, prices are starting to get higher. Okay, now point number 3 is kind of going to piggyback off point number 2, but point number 3 is interest rates. Interest rates are higher. Everybody knows right now with everything going on, the interest rates, the feds have raised the rates. Interest rates are just high right now. I feel like earlier in the year you could probably get a mortgage with a rate of about, I would say on average about 3%. Now we're seeing them creep up into the 6%, right? The 6s, which if you don't know, what that means is if you have a higher interest rate, your monthly payment is going to be much higher. So just to put it in perspective, if I have a house with a 3% interest rate and and my monthly payment, let's just say it's $1,300. If I have a house with a 6% interest rate, that payment can even be up to $1,600, right? So interest rate has a huge impact. That might be the determinator from somebody actually buying the house or not, because $1,300 might have been at the top of their budget. I can't buy. My monthly payment budget is $1,300 with a 3% interest rate. If it goes up to even 4%, they're maxed out. They got to find a cheaper house. Which, if you go cheaper house, you're less inclined to see anything that you would actually like and that you would actually want to buy. So higher interest rates means more monthly payment. More monthly payment prices people out, and it causes people to stall whenever it comes time to make that decision. So we're starting to see, I do feel like we're starting to see interest rates, they're starting to get stagnant right now. It went from about I was talking to somebody the other day, they had a 2.9% interest rate. And I remember, let's see, 2-3 weeks ago, it got up in the 5s. And, right now, or I think it was even in the 6s, but right now I think we're about at 5.5, and we're starting to see it just flatten out and stay stagnant. So higher interest rates, more monthly payment, it's pricing people out, it's making people scared. They don't want to have to deal with a high monthly payment because they don't know if they can afford it. That's the one thing people look at whenever they buy a house, is how much is my monthly payment going to be, and am I able to afford that? So that's point number 3. All right, what's point number 1? More inventory. Point number 2, higher prices. Point number 3, interest rate. Interest rates are higher. All right, so point number 4. We got 3 reasons so far. The 4th reason, okay, the media. Everybody is watching the news. Everybody's watching, TikToks. They're watching CNBC. They're watching the media, and the media has a huge impact on people's decisions, believe it or not. As much as I hate to say it, a lot of people take what the media has to say and they implement it in their lives, and they're just like, well, shit, I don't want to do that because CNBC told me not to, or CNN or Fox News or hell, Barstool, you know what I mean? Like all these big time companies, these big time platforms have a huge influence on these people's decisions. The media and the news right now, the only thing you feel like you see right now in the news is we're in a recession. Everybody sees that we're in a recession. Now, whenever you hear recession, Mark, what is the one thing that you just don't want to do if somebody tells you you're in a recession?
I don't want to show myself out there.
You don't want to show yourself out there. It's a good answer. You don't exactly. Money's tight. Times are tough. I don't have the money to do it. If we're in a recession, I need to hold on to as much money as I can to make it through the recession, because everybody falls back on the '08 recession when things were really hard, whenever, people were getting laid off in their jobs and people weren't making as much money as they were whenever they weren't in a recession, right? So whenever that very hard R word, the recession, that's like, it should be a curse word because it's so strong. Whenever people hear that recession, they're like, uh-oh, it's time to play passive, time to play, let's chill out, let's sit back for a little bit. Maybe buying a house right now for us is just not the right decision. Maybe we need to, hold off until this recession just passes over, which, in my opinion, do I think that's a good idea? No, I don't, because where are millionaires made? If you talk to somebody who's rich, who's made $1 million, or they've made a lot of money, I'd say a lot of them said, yeah, I bought in the recession. They bought low, sold high. Whenever you're in a recession, things tend to get lower, right? So, but here on the flip side of that, if you have a job, let's say you're working at Nissan, right? Van, do you know in '08 if they laid people off from Nissan? I know it was a long time ago, but I'm sure, let's just say, for instance, Nissan was laying people off left and right. In the recession, Nissan wasn't making as much money. They didn't have the money to pay their employees, and their employees were having to get laid off, right? And so let's just say somebody that works at Nissan, they have a wife, they have a kid, they plan on buying a house because they live in an apartment right now, and it's extremely small. They need a lot more room. And then next thing you know, daddy gets his job taken away from him. He gets laid off from Nissan. Now he's out of work. And it's hard for him to go find another job because everybody's doing the exact same thing, right? That's worst case scenario. Everybody thinks in their mind when they hear recession, that's what's going to happen. Not necessarily, that's not what that means is going to happen, because a recession technically is just a dip, okay? It can be a small dip. I think, what is it, well, do you remember what the rate was, or what the percentage was, Van? Whenever we were technically in a recession now? I don't either. Nah, it's all right. Yeah, I'm not being helpful to myself. I should have done more homework. But anyway, a recession is whenever, let's just say the market's going up. It's going up. Oh, and for 2 consecutive quarters, it took a small dip. You're technically in a recession at that point. So that's what we're seeing right now. It's just taking a small dip, right? So what's the first point? What's the first reason? More inventory. Okay, we got more inventory is reason number 1. Reason number 2 is higher prices. Reason number 3 was interest rates. And then reason number 4 is the media, the news. Everybody takes what you see on NBC or CNN or whatever it is. They take whatever they're saying, those people are saying on the news, and they implement it in their lives, and they get very scared when they see bad things on there, like recession. So, all right, so those are 4 reasons. Reason number 5, the 5th and final reason. People right now have a lot of fear. They have a lot of uncertainty. The reason why people have so much fear and uncertainty is because they see all the last 4 reasons that I just stated off. They see all those reasons and they think to themselves, why is right now a good time? How could I justify buying a house right now with all these things going on? It just doesn't make sense, right? That's what, the average person would think, okay? It creates a lot of fear. Whenever people are scared, oh, thank you. Hey, sorry, I've been neglecting the Facebook comments. I'm actually going live on Instagram. So let me get Daniel Hodges. What's up, man? Thanks for getting on here. Jason Connor, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Let's go, man. What's you got? Hey, what I got is I'm actually talking about 5 reasons why right now buyers are stalling in this market, and we've already named off 4 reasons. Damn it, Cam, you weren't here for it. But the fifth reason is fear and uncertainty. A lot of people are scared right now because they hear everything. Like I said, they watch the media. They watch the news. They see these high interest rates. They see these houses staying on the market for 10 to 20 days, and they're just like, well, that's not a good sign. Back in whenever we were looking to buy, or whenever my friend was looking to buy, houses were going off the market in two to 3 days. They were going off on a weekend. Now things are staying on there for a pretty significant amount of time. There must be something wrong. They get this sense of fear, this sense of uncertainty, and it does not help a decision. Whenever you add fear to a decision, all it does is create uncertainty, and it stalls you out. It makes you spend a lot more time overthinking your decision, right? They see the inventory. They look at 2 months ago there was 400 houses on the market, and now they see that there's like 900 houses on the market, right? So they see that gap, and it's just like, well, doesn't make sense for me to buy right now. Hey, John, what's up, man? Hey, congratulations. I saw you recently just got engaged, man. That's awesome. Congratulations. Thanks for getting on here, man. I appreciate it. So 5 reasons. Were you here for the first part?
Mm-hmm.
What's reason number 1?
Inventory.
What's reason number 2?
Price.
Were you here for reason number 3?
I wasn't. But one of them is interest rates.
Yeah, that was reason number 3. Yeah, higher interest rates. Reason number 4?
Media.
The media. And then reason number 5? Fear and uncertainty. So more inventory has been on the market, which causes people to look at the inventory. They have a lot more options. They don't know which one to choose, and that causes a lot of time, a lot of fear, a lot of doubt in their decision. Okay, so more inventory, higher prices. Obviously, if something's priced higher, you just get kind of scared about it. whenever you see a house that's been on the market for 10 days and it's listed at 330, whenever really, and in reality it's a 310 house, you're going to have some doubt and fear in that. Reason number 3, higher interest rates. That makes your monthly payment more. Nobody wants a higher monthly payment, so people are going to be more inclined to stall out. Let's just wait until interest rates drop a little bit and then we'll buy. Reason number 4, they see the media, they see the news, they see everybody talking about this big old recession that we're in. And hey, whenever you're in a recession, what's the last thing you want to do?
Buy. Spend money.
Spend money, exactly right. The last thing you want to do is buy something. And last but not least, reason number 5, fear and uncertainty. People right now just have fear because of everything going on. Because of the last 4 points that I just said. They have fear, uncertainty. Everybody wants to mix time with a decision whenever there's fear and uncertainty. So guys, that's 5 reasons why right now buyers are stalling in this market. If you're on here, I really appreciate it. If I said one thing that you thought was helpful, you got to do me a favor. This is called the trade. It's called the exchange. You got to share the stream. If I said one thing that you felt was beneficial, or if I said one thing of value, please do me a favor, share the stream, like it, leave me a comment later on. Guys, go have a great rest of your day. We'll see you next Wednesday at 1 o'clock.